Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the decision tree. So here the main course objective is assess core data mining techniques for data analytics and infer the importance of core data mining techniques for big data analytics. So what are you going to study in today's classes? Decision tree problem, introduction, decision tree construction, and observation about how the tree was constructed, decision tree algorithm, comparing popular decision tree algorithms. Introduction. Decision tree are a simple way to guide one's path to decision. So decision may be simple binary one whether to approve a loan or not, or it may be a complex multi-valued decision as to what may be the diagnosis for a particular sickness. Decision trees are hierarchically branched structures that help one come to a decision based on asking certain questions in a particular sequence. So, decision trees are one of the most widely used techniques for classification. A good decision tree should be short and ask only a few meaningful questions. So, there are very efficient use. So, easy to explain and classification have more accuracy, right? And it is competitive with other methods. So, decision tree can generate a knowledge from a few test instances that can then be applied to a broad population. Decision trees are used mostly to answer relatively simple binary decisions. So, decision tree problem. Imagine the conversation between a doctor and a patient. Doctor would continue to ask questions till he or she is able to arrive at a reasonable decision. So, when human experts learn from past experience or data points, similarly, a machine can be trained to learn from the past data points and extract some knowledge or rules from it. So, decision tree use machine learning algorithms to abstract knowledge from the data. A decision tree would have predictive accuracy based on how often it makes correct decisions. The more training data is provided, the more accurate its knowledge extraction is, and it will be the more training data is provided, the more accurate its knowledge extraction will be, and thus it will make more accurate decisions. The more variables the tree can choose from, the greater is the likelihood of the accuracy of the decision tree. In addition, a good decision tree should also be frugal so that it takes the least number of questions and thus the least amount of efforts to get the right decision. The objective is to predict the play decision given the atmospheric condition out there. The decision is should the game be allowed or not? Here the decision problem is. To answer that question, when one should look at the past experience and see what decision was made in this similar instance. If such an instance exists, one could look up the database of past decisions to find the answer and try to come up with an answer. So here you have outlook, temperature, humidity, windy, and play. Outlook is sunny, temperature is hot, humidity is normal, windy true, whether you can play or not. This is the question. So here you have the data sets given, outlook, temperature, humidity, windy and play. 14 data sets have been given. So if there were a row for sunny, hot, normal, windy condition in the data table, it would match the current problem and the decision from that row could be used to answer the current problem. So there are three disadvantages of looking up the data table. As mentioned earlier, how to decide if there isn't a row that corresponds to exact situation today. If there is no exact matching instance available in the database, the past experience cannot guide the decision. Searching through the entire past database may be time consuming, depending on the number of variables and organizations of the databases. So, what if the data values are not valuable or for all the variables? In this instance, if the data for humidity variable was not available, looking up the past data would not help. A better way of solving a problem may be to abstract the knowledge from the past data into decision tree or rules. So these rules can be represented in a decision tree and then the tree can be used to make the decisions. So decision tree may not need values for all the variables. Decision tree construction. A decision tree is hierarchically branched structure. What should be the first question asked in creating the tree? One should ask the more important question that and then the less important questions later. So, what is the most important question that should be asked to solve the problem? How is the importance of the questions determined? How thus should the root node of the tree be determined? Determining the root node of the tree in this example, there are four choices based on the four variables. One could begin by asking one of the following question. what is the outlook, what is the temperature, what is the humidity, what is the wind speed. So criteria should be used to evaluate these choices. The criteria or the key criteria would be that which one of these questions give the most insight about the situation. So here you need to find the number of errors. So outlook sunny with no, and then how many no's are there. Then here the rule is sunny with no. So you need to know how many no are there for the outlook sunny. So it is 2 out of 5. So 2 by 5 is the error. Like this you need to calculate. This will be doing in the class. Okay. So these are the total errors that we have got. For each of the attribute values, we need to find the error values. Splitting the tree from the root node, the decision tree will be split into 3 branches or subtrees, one for each of these values of the outlook. The data for the root node will be divided into 3 segments, one for each of the value of the outlook. Here we have the outlook, we have sunny, we have rainy, and then we have the tree constructed. So these are the different values, and then this is the snapshot with Weka classifier, right? Using Weka tools, you can construct the decision tree. So now you need to get the answer for this. Fine. So whether you can play or not. So we'll move back here. Yes, previous slide. Now tell me whether you can play or not. So outlook with sunny, with humidity, with S, right? So you can play, right? So this is what the answer. Next, few observation about how the tree was constructed. The final decision tree has zero errors in mapping to the prior data. In other words, the tree has a predictive accuracy of 100%, the tree which completely fits the data. So the decision tree algorithm which is selected the minimum number of variables that are needed to solve the problem. Thus, one can start with all available data variables and let the decision tree algorithm select the ones that are useful and discard the rest. So this tree is almost symmetric with all branches being almost similar length. So what happens here is in real life situations, some of the branches may be much longer than the others and the tree may need to be pruned to make it more balanced and usable. So it may be possible to increase the predictive accuracy by making more subtrees and making the tree longer. So the perfectly fitting tree has the danger of overfitting the data, thus capturing all the random variations in the data. So it may fit the training data well, but may not do well in predicting the future real instances. Then, so there was a single best tree for this data. There could, however, be two or more equal efficient decision tree of similar length. So with similar predictive accuracy of for the same data sets. So decision trees are based strictly on the patterns within the data and do not rely on any of the underlying theory of the problem domain. So we get the answer yes. Next we have here is difference between the decision tree and a table lookup. So if you have a accuracy, right, if you consider the accuracy as the feature, in decision tree there is a varied level of accuracy. In table lookup you have 100% accuracy. When you consider generality, it applies to all situations. But here it applies only with similar case or occurred earlier. Like this, you have the difference between decision tree and a table lookup. Decision tree algorithm which will employ the divide and conquer method. So the data is branched at each node according to certain criteria until all the data is assigned to leaf nodes. If recursively divides a training set until each division consists of examples from one class. So following is the pseudocode for making the decision tree. Create a root node and assign all the training data to it. Select the best splitting attribute according to certain criteria. Add a branch to the root node for each value of the split. Split the data into mutually exclusive subset along the lines of the specific split. Repeat step 2 and 3 for each and every leaf node until the stopping criteria is reached. Okay. So decision tree where you have algorithms which differ on three key elements. One is the splitting criteria. First one we consider the splitting criteria. Here which variable to use for the first split. How should one determine the most important variable for the first branch and subsequently for each subtree? So there are many measures like least errors, information gain, Guinness coefficient, etc. What values to use for the split? If the variables have a continuous value, such as age, blood pressure, or the value ranges should be used to make the bins. How many branches should be allowed for each node? What is the stopping criteria? When to stop building the tree? So there are two major ways to make the determination. Tree building could be stopped when certain depth of the branches has been reached and the tree becomes unreadable after that. The tree could also be stopped when the error level at any node is within the predefined tolerable levels. So pruning, tree could be trimmed to make it more balanced and more easily available, right, or usable. So here, pruning is often used with tree to when they are constructing the tree to balance out the tree and improve the usability. So here we have pre-pruning, right, and post-pruning. So pre-pruning means to halt the tree construction early when certain criteria are met. So post pruning means remove the branches or subtrees from a fully grown tree. Fine. So this post pruning is applied or this method is commonly used in C4.5 algorithm. So a validation set may be used for pruning as well. So these are the main comparisons between the different algorithms like CART, EODG, and then IFN. So we have come to the conclusion part where decision trees are the most popular, versatile, and easy to use data mining technique with high predictive accuracy. They are also very useful as communication tools with executives. There are many successful decision tree algorithms. So this is the model question, right? Define decision tree and discuss the algorithm. Solve this and then references. Thank you.